Hi there, Reynaldo here. If you are currently just the first time looking at this, Happy New Year to you and welcome. So today we're going to look at the quick market update and what I can see pretty much in the closing price for the Dow Jones Industrials. I'll just choose this for now rather than the S&P. And looking at it, so if you attended last month's workshop in the office, that's where we are at. Then a few days later did a webinar and analyze it through here, that there's a really good strong level of demand, and that if buyers will be supporting those prices, then we're going to see a rebound. Hence there was that rebound, created a new high, then higher low, new high, higher low, hence a continuation pretty much an uptrend since the 19th of Jan. And now we have a new higher high, breaking through that short-term downtrend here and the short-term uptrend, creating a symmetrical triangle where there's a void. When there's going to be a void, it needs to make a decision and a choice. Either it will continue to head back up to continue the trend, or break out to the downside to break that trend, which is the uptrend. But nevertheless, it continued. So today it was a really good strength in the marketplace. At one point in time, it was more than 100 points up, with the Dow created a new high, and that high was at 12,514. So the question is, what do you from here after breaking out on that last major area of supply, hence the resistance? That's very easy. So if we go through and look at it in the past, and here's that resistance line, which is a really good strong level of supply, and at the same time there's going to be areas of supply, hence around this level right there. I'm going to extend that. So clear cut, breaking out to the level of supply right here in terms of the high, and current price or the closing price is on a level of supply at the moment, also level of demand around that point in time. So since a new high has been formed, then the major target point will be about the 12,758. Really good strong supply level. And if we'll break through around this point in time, then we're gonna see a 12,900. But because of such a good strength, and it's getting to the overbought as well, we're also going to see some form of retracements coming up pretty soon as well. However, in terms of price action, bulls are still currently in control. Alright, this is pretty much what I can see in terms of the Dow. Now I'm gonna go through and share with you one of the trades that has a potential on what I'm currently looking at. Is the pound against the yen. Why do I say that? The reason for it, because if I go through a monthly chart and go through even all the data since 1994, that's all I can get in terms of the data with the pound against the yen, we can see that last year pretty much was the lowest of all time that it created, and now it's finally back down to where the level of demand is currently at the moment. Now the risk is very small. However, hence, since around this point, since January, it's still on a downtrend, series of lower lows and lower highs. Right, so there's lower compared to that, the low is lower compared to that. Now, if by the end of the month of Jan, it will finish this way, then definitely it's a level of demand. It's a good time to buy. Hence, if I go through a smaller time frame to see enough evidence, buyers are currently supporting those prices. And who are those buyers? Buyers are the big institutions. We can see banks, probably retail traders, someone who's pretty big. So in the level of demand, the risk is very small and the reward is also going to be huge. And what do I mean by this? Okay, if I go through 2 years based on the daily chart, even through pretty much in the last few months, so you can see through here very clearly 1, 2, 3 the lows are currently low or higher compared to previous lows, so it's a really good demand level. Buyers are supporting within those areas, and if there is a clear breakout as well within the short-term downtrend, which I believe already has, then the odds and probability that it may continue to go further to the upside is more than likely. Then we can define and add once again in terms of advanced stuff, advanced technical analysis, where the next levels are or target points. But at least from here, from 118 to 123, there's approximately between 300 to 500 pips in terms of profit right there with the low risk, high probability trading. Alright, this is it for me. Thank you very much for listening. And by the way, in February next month, we are going to have our next workshop, webinar series. So please make sure to check our site and make sure to register. Seats are limited, as I limit pretty much the seats to a small group of people so they can have pretty much almost a one-on-one type of coaching, and also in order for them to get the most out of the information. And please do so. Other than that, happy trading. Take care. Until next time. See you soon. Bye.